call to order the Altoona City Council meeting for the purpose of liquor license transfer requests.
Thank you. I guess I need to turn mine on, too.
There. Is that good? Yeah. All right, the purpose of this public hearing is to receive public comment on a request from Durga Altoona LLC for the approval of an intermunicipal Pennsylvania liquor license transfer. Number R 15895 from 2500 Plank Road, Sam's East, Allegheny Township, Altoona, PA, for use at 1800 Pleasant Valley Boulevard, Altoona, Blair County.
As far as the notice, as required by the Pennsylvania Liquor Code, the notice of this hearing was published in the Altoona Mirror on Tuesday, September 24th, 2024, and Tuesday, October 1st, 2024. And the property was posted with the notice of this public hearing on Monday, September 23rd, 2024.
Very well, thank you, Linda. I assume the, excuse me, representatives from Durga Altoona are here? All right. You may present yourself for questions or comments.
Okay. Good evening, council members. My name is Attorney Matthew Gigg. I'm appearing as local counsel for Charles Caputo, who is the attorney of record for the applicant in this matter. I also have with me Mitesh Patel. Mitesh, you can just stand up here with me. He's here to answer any questions that might be presented. As Attorney Wagner indicated, this is an application for an intermunicipal transfer of a liquor license from Allegheny Township to the city of Altoona, specifically 1800 Pleasant Valley Boulevard. This is the old Roberts Beverages building. I was actually involved with the transaction back in 2019 when Jaggard Corporation sold the property to the current owner, and it's been vacant ever since. So this is going to be the space, if everyone can picture that and conceptualize it, as to where this license is being proposed to be used.
Okay.
So it is a restaurant license, restaurant liquor license. So there will be a requirement for 30 people seating requirements. But it's not going to be a restaurant per se. It's mainly going to be take in and take out, like a, take out food, or basically like a six-pack place where it's not a distributor. So it's, but there will be some sit-in clients or customers that will appear, and there will be a two beer limit for each person who wants to consume on premises. All of the appropriate employees, which my client anticipates are going to be about five or so employees, they'll all be trained properly with enforcement, the ramp requirements. Carding for the premises will be just consistent with what's prescribed by the PLCB. If someone appears younger than 35 years old, then they'll be carded. They won't card every single person. I think this will be a good. That property sat vacant for quite some time. I live in the area and I've driven by there many times, and it's good to see that something is going to be active there now. There's an agreement of sale for the liquor license itself. That, of course, is contingent upon approval of this council and thereafter
The PLCB.
PLCB.
Okay.
So this is a condition precedent to be able to apply for the PLCB transfer. There's no written lease yet, because it's all contingent upon this occurring. But the record owner, which is Hugo Realty LLC, and again, as I mentioned, they took title back in 2019. They'll be the lessor, and my client's limited liability company will be the tenant. Mr. Patel, who I have here with me today, he's a 95% membership interest owner in the LLC. The other 5% belongs to his mother. So he is the controlling managing member, if you have any questions for him in particular.
Any questions from council?
Would it be a section of the building, or is it is that a third of it, or half of it, or?
It's kind of it's a third of it. If
Okay.
you look at the whole strip there, it's a separate tax parcel. So it's one section of what I'll call three, because I think there's a car wash there.
Right,
But it's if you're looking at it straight on, to be to the far right.
okay. That would be where the convenience store used to be.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct, sir.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So we are, respectfully seeking approval of this request. And again, I'm serving as local counsel, so I presume, we have a proposed resolution
Yes,
for council's consideration.
yes, it'll take place at our meeting this evening.
If there are
All
any
right.
other questions for me or Mr. Patel?
At this point, if there's no more questions, we'll go to, is there anybody who has any public comment? Seeing none, does council have any questions of me or Linda? Okay. Then I would turn it back to Vice Mayor Ellis.
This meeting is now adjourned. This hearing is now adjourned. Move on to the next
Thank you very much for
hearing.
your time.
Thank you.
The next one we'll take is the request of SR Beverage. Oh, sorry, I guess we need to reopen the meeting.
We'll get the logistics down here yet, guys. Reopening the meeting of the Altoona City Council for a public hearing for a liquor license transfer. This one is for the request of SR Bev LLC.
Yes, again, the purpose of this public hearing is to receive public comment on a request from SR Bev LLC for the approval of an intermunicipal Pennsylvania liquor license transfer number D3077 from the former Bopins, am I pronouncing that right, Brew, 809 East Main Street, Bellwood, for use at 3003 Walnut Avenue, Altoona, Blair County.
As far as the notice, as required by the PA Liquor Code, the notice of this hearing was published in the Altoona Mirror on Monday, September 23rd, 2024, and Monday, September 30th, 2024, and the property was posted with notice of this public hearing on Monday, September 23rd, 2024.
Is anybody here from SR Beverage? All right, come on up to the podium, please.
Hello, my name is Pratik Patel and I'm son of Rasikbhai Patel, who is the owner of the license. Currently my dad is not in the country, so I'm here for behalf of him. And he's the owner of the SR Beverage and the property located at 3003 Walnut Avenue, Altoona. And we are trying to put the beer distribution over there. We got a license from Boppin Brew in Bellwood. We did not keep the Bopping license over there because of the owner of the license. He did not wanted to sell the building, and we had a building over. We have opportunity to buy the building over here, and put the license over here.
Okay. Does council have any questions for the applicant?
The 3003, is that in the old Westingers Plaza?
It's a plaza where is
what it
Smoker
is?
Square and the, I would say,
Okay,
laundromat
yeah, I
and
know.
the
where
hair
it's at.
salon. Yep.
Do you own more than that one building?
Yes, personally, I do own Bruzu, SP Beverage.
Okay,
One of the
I'm
places-
sorry. My apologies. I meant in that plaza, do you own more than the one building?
You mean businesses?
Yeah, like in the plaza, how
The
much
plaza
of the
wholesale
plaza?
is one building, but there are multiple tenants in there. So we don't own any other businesses in there, no.
Okay.
Any other questions from council? Any public comment? Very good. Does council have any further questions? All right, I'll turn it back over to Vice Mayor.
We'll adjourn the public hearing on the SR Bev.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I'll call to order the Altoona City Council public hearing for liquor license transfer request for the Brixby LLC.
The purpose of this public hearing is to receive public comment on a request from the Brixby LLC for the approval of an intermunicipal Pennsylvania liquor license transfer, number E2112 Malt, from the Gourmet Buffet at 520 West Plank Road, Logan Township, Altoona, PA, for use at 1809 Union Avenue, Altoona, Blair County, PA.
Hi, my name is Amanda Kelleher. I'm the owner of the Brixby.
One second.
Sorry.
The notice, as required by the Pennsylvania Liquor Code, the notice of this hearing was published in the Altoona Mirror on Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024, and Tuesday, October 8th, 2024, and the property was posted with this notice of this public hearing on Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024.
Now you may proceed.
Sorry. I'm Amanda Kelleher. I'm the owner of the Brixby. I'm in the process of trying to buy the liquor license from the Gourmet Buffet to move it. I bought the old UVA building. That's 1809 Union Avenue, so that I can have events there.
Any questions from anyone on council?
What type of liquor license was this one? Was it a restaurant?
It's an E-license that I'm buying, so eatery.
Eatery, okay.
So your plan is to have events?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other questions?
Just a comment. My family on Wednesday nights will be glad to finally know what's going on at the UVA building. So thank you.
I said to my husband on the way here, there's going to probably be some questions fired at me because I'm the face behind the mask that everyone's been wondering about.
No other questions or comments from council? Any comments from the public? Very well. Any other questions? Thank you.
Call to order the Altoona City Council meeting for Tuesday, October 15th at 6 p.m. Let's take a few minutes for silent meditation. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we do roll call, please?
Councilman Beatty,
Here.
Councilman Butterbaugh,
Here.
Councilwoman Klinich. Here. Vice Mayor Ellis,
Here.
Councilman Ickes. Here. Councilman Kelly.
Here.
Mayor Pacifico is absent.
Thank you. This is, before public comment, I want to announce that we had 2 executive sessions since our last meetings, September 23rd and September 25th, for the purpose of personnel matters. It's now time for public comment. Please approach the podium, speak directly into the microphone, state your name, address for the record. Please limit your comments to 5 minutes or less. Groups may be asked by the mayor to appoint a person or spokesperson to limit your comments to 3 or more minutes. Thank you. We're open for public comment. Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to resolutions.
There is one. I didn't know if he was
I was hoping to go last, actually. Oh, excuse me. You guys might remember me from a little bit ago. My name's Mike Cervello. I live at 3021 Spruce Avenue in Altoona. The engine brake ordinance, guys, that's far from being over. Pretty much everybody on city council who voted to get rid of it. Let me read you something right off of the thing on here, okay? City council finds that the operation of an engine brake retarder on a gasoline-powered or diesel-powered motor vehicle not equipped with exhaust mufflers or equipped with defective or modified exhaust mufflers so as to create excessive noise through the use of said engine brake retarder adversely affects the public health, safety, and welfare of the said residents of the city of Altoona and is a nuisance in fact. Did you guys come to a decision of how you came to that conclusion? It says, in fact, did you? Yeah, that's what I thought. Hi, Dave. Okay, well, anyways, we're going to, is Tom here? Tom Finn, I can't see too far with the reading glasses on. Tom Finn and your other thing there said you guys were studying it, monitoring it. I'd like to know how he did that without talking to a single resident up on that road. Just curious, you know, it's just, you guys. Chief Merrill, you're a shit cop and basically you're a shittier human being. You knew this was going on. Bottom of this thing, do you see this ordinance? Ordinance is law. By definition, ordinance is a local law. It's a law passed at the local level. It is a law. You are not there to question the law. You're not there to interpret the law. You are there to enforce the law, period. Shame on you. Seriously, you're going to see tomorrow and you're going to see why. Everybody's going to know you were right in on it. Any law enforcement officer of the city of Altoona shall implement the enforcement of this section. Why was police being suppressed from doing their jobs? You want to answer, please?
This is not a question and answer, Mr. Sorrell. It's time for you to.
That's all right. Yeah, it's time for me. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Ickes, you're the same way. You're an idiot. Ellis, I know you pushed hard. I don't know what your deal is, but it's definitely something with you guys and your buddy system around here. That's coming to an end. Trust me, it's coming to an end. And Matt Pacifico, who was married to my cousin, shame on him, because my Uncle Dave's going to see what he did, what you guys did. I'm going to leave this here for you guys maybe to gander about so you have a fucking clue what you're talking about. Okay? And I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to so enjoy this. Can I approach? Let's see here.
No, please hand whatever you have to Chief Merle.
Oh, why should we burn out? That's okay. Here, this is what we're getting. You're going to see more. And shame on you, too. You know, you got the veterans out of that last article, so they don't know that they're doing this to our veterans right across. 4 veterans around my house.
This is good.
All of us been going through this shit. You don't care about the Constitution? Peace and tranquility sound familiar? Oh, here. Let me tell the puppies for all you. You guys are by far the worst period, city council period ever. Have a good night. I really wanted to give you guys a phone, one of you guys, so you can see the video. Mr. Truth Direct. Remember that, Mr. Truth Direct. Get on the Facebook, go on YouTube, because you're all going to see what they did. You're going to see what PTSD looks like, and you're going to be freaking appalled. I'm looking at you because you're the main one. I could ask you, you don't even have to have a clue what I'm talking about, and I show you that video. You can sit. Tomorrow, Pete, what's coming out tomorrow?
Yes,
Hi,
sir.
my name's Mike Melhorn. I live at 2626 6th Avenue. I was here in April at this very spot. Y'all looked at my pictures. I'm having problems with my neighbor, sidewalks in terrible shape, the weeds. You looked at my pictures. Oh my goodness, we're going to send them a letter. May, June, July, August. I call the codes in August and they're like, they don't know nothing. So October comes. Councilman Beatty and I were friends a long time ago. I sent an email to him through your website. The day or so after that, Linda Rickens sends me a response. It's a request for freedom of information. I filled it out, sent it in. 2 days later, I get another email. My request was denied. I can't talk to nobody. I can't get any information. You're not being transparent. I agree with this gentleman. Y'all need to do your job. Somebody needs to come out. I have pictures. You want to see them? The letter I got from Linda Rickens said the sidewalk is level and free of weeds. Please, look at my pictures. If you tell me there are no weeds, I don't know, man. I need to talk to somebody about it, please. Totally disgusted with you all.
Any further public comment? Seeing none, we'll move on to resolutions.
Item A is approving the minutes of the Altoona City Council meeting held Monday, September 9, 2024. Item B is approving the request of Durga Altoona LLC for an intermunicipal transfer of Pennsylvania liquor license number R15895 from Sam's East, Allegheny Township, Blair County, for use within the city of Altoona at 1800 Pleasant Valley Boulevard, Altoona, PA. Item C is approving the request of SR Bev LLC for an intermunicipal transfer of Pennsylvania liquor license number D3077 from the former Boppin's Brew of 809 East Main Street, Blair County, Bellwood, PA, for use within the city of Altoona at 3003 Walnut Avenue, Altoona. Item D is approving the request of the Brixby LLC for an intermunicipal transfer of Pennsylvania liquor license number E2112 Eating Place Retail Dispenser from the Gourmet Buffet of 520 West Plank Road, Logan Township, Blair County, Altoona, for use within the city of Altoona at 1809 Union Avenue, Altoona. Item E is authorizing an amendment to the lease agreement with Waste Management of Pennsylvania for continued use of the land currently containing and operating transfer station, and further authorizing the interim city manager to execute all documents and the city clerk to attest to same. Item F is awarding various pavilion roof foundation repairs to Clark Contractors of Bedford in the amount of $64,887.61 payable from ARPA funds, and further authorizing the interim city manager to execute all documents and the city clerk to attest to same. Item G is awarding the Garfield Park Improvements Project to John Clark Excavating of Woodward, PA in the amount of $619,327.88 with $309,663.94 payable from ARPA funds and $309,663.94 payable from a DCNR grant, and further authorizing the interim city manager to execute all documents and the city clerk to attest to same. Item H is authorizing the Public Works Director to execute permanent street restoration agreements with Peoples Natural Gas Company for individual street restoration projects in an effort to reduce future street openings on newly paved streets. Item I is authorizing the interim city manager to execute a memorandum of understanding for the Federal Justice Assistant Grant Funds with Blair County and for the city clerk to attest to same, and further authorizing the mayor to execute the necessary certifications and required to submit the application. Item J is approving repository bids submitted by Kinsey Shepherd of Baldwin, New York, in the amount of 200, each property listed in the amount of $250, and located at 1313 17th Avenue, 819 16th Avenue, 1518 18th Street, 1521 20th Avenue, and 1926 12th Avenue, and further authorizing the interim city manager to execute the taxing district forms. Item K is approving a repository bid submitted by Shamika Smith of Columbus, Georgia. Each property is listed in the amount of $600 and located at 208 East Cherry Avenue, 1926 12th Avenue, and in the amount of $450 for property located at 1808 12th Avenue, and in the amount of $500 for property located at 1810 12th Avenue, Altoona, and further authorizing the interim city manager to execute the taxing district forms. Are there any additions, any deletions, basically, or anything that needs pulled for a separate vote?
Yeah, I'd like to pull C, J, and K.
Okay, I'm going to call for the consent vote on all items excluding items C, J, and K. Councilman Beatty,
Yes.
Councilman Butterbaugh,
Yes.
Councilwoman Klinich,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Ellis,
Yes.
Councilman Ickes,
Yes.
Councilman Kelly.
Yes.
Mayor Pacifico is absent, and the vote passes 6-0, and that's the consent vote. And then we'll go separately on the other three. The first one is item C, which is approving the request of SR Bev LLC for an intermunicipal transfer of Pennsylvania liquor license number D-3077 from the former Boppin's Brew in Bellwood for use within the city of Altoona at 3003 Walnut Avenue, Altoona. Councilman Beatty.
The reason I'm pulling this is because this is a very rundown area. It's a rundown plaza. And there used to be a church there, and then when new ownership took over, they kicked out the church that was actually starting to clean the area up. And it's just, in my opinion, a bad spot for that. And the neighborhood had already gone through years of adversity with AJ's at the corner of 29th and Maple, and then that finally shut, and the owner of that property is a decent owner that keeps things very clean. This plaza, we've had issues with this for a number of years, and the neighbors came to me, and so that's my reasoning.
I'm going to call for the vote. Councilman Beatty,
No.
Councilman Butterbaugh,
No.
Councilwoman Klinich,
No.
Councilman Ellis,
Yes.
Councilman Ickes,
Yes.
Councilman Kelly,
Yes.
and the mayor is absent. We have a tie, 3-3. Does the vote not pass with a tie? Okay. The vote does not pass. Then we have item J, which is approving repository bids submitted by Kinsey Shepherd of 923 Newton Avenue, Baldwin, New York, each property listed in the amount of $250 and located at 1313 17th Avenue, 819 6th Avenue, 1518 18th Street, 1521 20th Avenue, and 1926 12th Avenue, and further authorizing the interim city manager to execute the taxing district forms. I'll call for the vote. Councilman Beatty?
No.
Councilman Butterbaugh?
No.
Councilwoman Klinich?
No.
Vice Mayor Ellis?
No.
Councilman Ickes?
No.
Councilman Kelly?
No.
Mayor Pacifico is absent, and the vote does not pass 0-6. And then we have item K, which is approving repository bids submitted by Shamika Smith of Columbus, Georgia, each property listed in the amount of $600 and located at 208 East Cherry Avenue, 1926 12th Avenue, and in the amount of $450 for property located at 1808 12th Avenue, and in the amount of $500 for property located at 1810 12th Avenue, and further authorizing the interim city manager to execute the taxing district forms. I'll call for the vote. Councilman Beatty?
No.
Councilman Butterbaugh?
No.
Councilwoman Klinich?
No.
Vice Mayor Ellis?
No.
Councilman Ickes?
No.
Councilman Kelly?
No.
Mayor Pacifico is absent, and the vote does not pass 0-6.
Okay, we'll move on to city manager updates.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Just a couple things to mention, that leaf collection with Public Works starts the last week in October. So your leaf bags, you can refer to the website for your day of pickup, and that runs through November. And it's hard to believe, but we had an email from Seven Mountains Media today relating to the Christmas parade. Can't believe it's already that time of year, but we've already started to talk about decorations in downtown and the tree and the parade, so more to come on that. And I don't know, do we have a date of that yet?
What? I'm sorry.
The parade.
Yeah.
Is that-
The parade is on, the glow up night is on December 6th and from 5 to 7, and the parade is on December 7th at either 1 or 2. I don't know the time.
More to come on that, but we're
It's in
almost
the
there.
afternoon.
It's on the city calendar.
Let me see if I can find it. Can't get on my email.
Is that it? Okay. Council discussion items, Councilman Kelly?
Thank you. I have nothing to offer at this time.
Thank you. Councilman Ickes?
Thank you. I have nothing this evening.
Councilman Butterbaugh?
Nothing, thank you.
Councilman Beatty?
See my letter?
Last month, we attended a meeting of the realtors, county realtors, and at that meeting, we talked about blight in the city. And one of the things that came out of that is we have interest by different people who want to redevelop properties, and trying to make that easier through the city, through the land bank, would be a big benefit to the area, in taxes. Not only, when we lose a property, we not only lose city taxes, we lose school taxes, county taxes, and a water bill. So as we move forward with the land bank, I think it would behoove the city to really have the best interest of the taxpayer at heart for saving properties, as opposed to, tearing them down, letting realtors look at them, see if there's people who'd be interested in saving them. I think that would be a big plus to the area. Thank you.
Councilwoman Klinich?
Nothing.
Thank you. I just have a few things. I want to thank the Freet family. Their son was a Eagle Scout who did a project at Gospel Hill about 12 years ago. And the Freet family went up recently and replaced some of the wood on the tables up there, fixed a sign, and did some other woodwork. So I want to thank them. And I also want to thank Public Works because they did a great job. We were up with the interim city manager a couple weeks ago, and he pointed out some things that Public Works could do. They actually went up, there was an old tower up there years and years ago, a Bell telephone tower, that had a fence around it. It had since been overgrown. The tower had been taken down years ago, but the fence and a bunch of trees had grown around it. They took the fence down, they knocked the trees down. They're still up there working, I think, on some of the getting some of the roots and things out of the ground and tree stumps. But it looks a lot better. You can actually sit on 14th Street and look up and see the significant things at the top of the hill. And we have some other things in the works up there. We've had someone step forward and is willing to donate for new benches, and they're being manufactured right now. So more to come. Thank you. Anything else? Media?
Thank you. Would anybody care to comment on either pro or con on the rejection of item C or resolution C? I guess that was the beer distributor to be put on at the old Wissinger's Plaza. Beyond what you already said, Dave. Okay. Hearing none, as they say. Rob, could you tell me what the scope of the Gospel Hill project will be? Whether that's the same as it was originally, as planned?
I'll defer to Nate on that one.
I don't think we're that far yet, Bill. We're currently going to do a sketch plan, show some things that we could do up there, some recreational activities. I think at that point it just becomes a matter of what type of funding's available, or if we want to put money towards it, look for donations, do a grant, those types of things. So
it's not necessarily going
pickleball
to be
playground, benches, new sidewalks. I mean, that type of thing, just an enhancement park, if you will.
But so it won't necessarily be that big project that was outlined, I don't know, a year and a half ago, so thereabouts.
No, not at this point.
Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, Joe, what is the amount of the JAG grant?
I'm sorry, I don't have the exact numbers. I can get them to you after the meeting, but it's a little over $22,000 total. A little under $4,000 is going to the county, and we get the remainder of that. I think it's $18,500. But if you need the exact numbers, I can get them to you afterwards.
And what it will be used for?
Primarily to fund taser training for both us and the county, which is what we've historically used it for.
Let's see. Guess that's all I have. Thanks.
Thank you, Bill. No other media, we'll adjourn.